everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. My name is Tiffany. This is the SmutNut Reviews channel. A little bit about myself and about the channel itself. This is all about book reviews. Book reviews for books that I love, that I have a passion for, and to share that passion with the world. Now, for those of you who are not tuning in for the first time, welcome back. And I know it has been a super long time since I have made a video. First, I want to apologize. It has been, I want to say almost a year, maybe 2 years, since I've actually stood in front of a camera and attempted to make a video. And in that time, I've had a lot going on. I was sick. I had a couple of deaths in the family. I started a new job. So I've had a lot that kind of took me away from this path. But I am very glad for those of you who are tuning back in that have joined me again. And for everyone who has supported me, who has encouraged me, friends, family, even fellow writers, fellow readers, thank you so much for giving me another opportunity to do what I love and talk about what I love and try my hand at this again and see if we can keep this momentum going. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of jibber jabbering about what kept me away from the channel. My goal is to set the expectation for what is going to be happening going forward. I have finally gotten myself in a position and a place that I'm comfortable in to discuss my future endeavors, the things that I would love to see happen, what I would like to be the first of many videos for this channel to come. So hopefully we'll see a lot more and a lot better circumstances, but I didn't want to procrastinate any longer about making a video, about getting the news out, about discussing and filling you guys in. And if there is no one that I'm filling in, hopefully further down the line there will be someone that I will be filling in. Fellow readers, fellow writers, fellow bloggers that love books just as much as I do and have a passion for the kind of books that I love. If you are not familiar, I believe the name of the blog itself states it all. This is the SmutNut Reviews. So every book that I read has dirt. It's got smut. You can call it what you want. A lot of people call it erotica, new adult, smut, filth, mommy porn. Whatever you have a name for, if you like it, I love it, and that's cool. If you don't, this may not be the site for you. This may not be the blog for you. But hopefully you'll tune in and hear a couple of really good reviews on some great authors who bring a lot to those people like me, like myself, who endeavor to try their hand at this thing called writing. So, one of the first things I wanted to touch on is the fact that for a long time, the reason why I didn't make a video is because I literally, somewhere in these last year or two, found myself not losing my passion for reading, but I was so bogged down with the everyday struggles of life that I literally could not find the time to read, and it made me a very unhappy person, which is another reason why I was not able to make videos and talk about books, because I wasn't reading the way I want to, the way I have always done, and I was very unhappy. I was in a very sad place, and I kind of lost my way a little bit. I didn't have that drive to pick up the next book, and a couple of books that I did pick up, they just didn't move me. They didn't make me want to jump out of my skin and say, oh my God, I have to tell people about this great book and this great author. It was a lot of that I was, nothing that struck me. And a lot of people told me, they said, well, maybe you should change your genre because you read the same thing all the time. And a part of me said maybe I should, but the fact of the matter is this particular genre that I love and hopefully you guys love as well, is so very multifaceted. You can literally find everything. Because number one, it's a love story at the end of the day. And who doesn't love a love story? If you don't love love stories, but I personally feel like you can find a love story in any kind of story, in a mystery, in a sci-fi, in a paranormal story, an action thriller, and a murder mystery. So these books that I read, yeah, they're romances, but at the end of the day, there's more to it. It's not just guy meets girl and then they have sex and then no, that's it. There are different levels, different layers, different aspects to each book, to each author, and they all bring something new and exciting. And hopefully in the future, I will be doing the same thing, because that is another reason why I'm starting up the channel in and of itself. I have finally found myself in a place where I can pursue what makes me happy, which is writing. I'm not going to get into too much detail about that. I'd actually like to make an entirely separate video about that, and I'll be making these videos. I don't want to lie to you guys, to anybody who's listened, anybody who's encouraged. I don't want to lie and say I'm going to make these videos every week. That's my endeavor. That is my goal, and I have a lot of people who are behind me, who are encouraging me to make that goal a reality. But I'm just going to take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. So I'm going to try and get a new video out to you guys every Wednesday, every Thursday. I've got a slew of new books that I'm actually really excited about reading and sharing with you guys. But before I can do that, I did want to take the time, and that's what this particular video about, is addressing the author or authors who pulled me back from that brink, pulled me back from that really dark place where I wasn't enthused with reading anymore, where I was losing my footing, where I was losing my place. And that's what these books are about. So all of these books here, every single book, as you can see, is written by the same author. And it's actually a duo. Their name is Alexa Riley. And for those who are aware of their work, you know that they specialize in a very specific kind of new adult genre. It's these short and sweet, over the top, extra dramatic, happily ever after stories. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't really know. I was on Instagram, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I came across one of the sites that I follow, Kinky Girls Books, and they were posting a link about this author and this new title that they had coming out, because they post, you know, upcoming titles, which is something I will be moving forward into doing as well. So they basically post upcoming books, new releases that are coming out, and they posted about this author, Alexa Riley, and there was a blurb from the book, something short, just a short little caption, and it caught my attention. And so I went to investigate this particular book, and it was an ebook only, but it was 99 cents. So I said, you know, I can spare 99 cents to read a short, quick read. And I literally fell in love with these authors. Like I said, it's a duo. It's a writing duo. I literally fell in love with their work. And I became obsessed, because it was exactly what I needed to jumpstart me. It's almost like I was a car with a dead battery, and I needed a jump. Everything about my reading, about my writing, about my passion for books, and everything in this particular genre had suddenly fizzled, and it was because I was so bogged down in real life. And I needed something to drag me back into that fantasy world that gives me that escape, and this author did that. So that's why I'm dedicating this particular video to them. Alexa Riley saved me. They saved my passion for books. And I could get into all of the titles that they have, but I'm not even going to bother. They have so many different titles. And yes, it's very much the same. It's a lot of the same, but they found their niche. And they do what works for them and what works for their readers. And I am forever grateful for that. Like I said, their books are all about super strong alpha males, very commanding, very demanding, and these beautiful heroines who fall in what is called insta-love. Literally, they see each other and it's like they're instantly in love, and they have to overcome whatever the battle is. So in some stories in some of their books, it's very simple. It's very short, sweet books that are to the point. And then we have books like these that are actually series. So each of these books actually contains probably 3 or 4 or 5 other books. Taking the Fall is a set of 4. The Ghostwriters, I think it's a set of like 5 or 6. There's a lot. The Buy Me series is probably a set of like 5. Each of these are also sets as well, except for these first 2. These first 2, Everything for Her and His Alone. I loved these books. These are actually their first full novels, and those actually just came out pretty recently. I gobbled them up as soon as I purchased them. They're not, the longest books, but they were great, and they're very detailed. They're a very sexy read. They're a very entertaining read. They have the most amazing covers I have ever seen. These guys are epic, and they are really a huge inspiration to me. So if you actually come across this, please know your books were my saving grace. I have read everything that they have written. I have gobbled up every book, every novel, every novella. I've read it all, and I really wish that they would put everything out in print, because they have some great series that they can bundle and put together. I really wish they would, so I can purchase them, because I'd love to have them for my library. But for right now, I am going to thank them. Each of these books was a saving grace to me. Each of these books helped propel me back into my love for reading. Each of these books pushed me further, and because of that, I have, as I said, an entire library, an entire stack of books over here off to the side that you guys can't see, that I am desperate to read. I still have life. I still have work. I still got my man. I still got my books. I still got a lot going on. Family and work and all of that. But, life is not always about trying to do everything right. You got to find a balance, and you got to find what keeps you happy, because if I've learned anything over these last 2 years, it's that I need to do what makes me happy, and so I'm going to put all of my efforts into doing so. With that being said, I hope that you guys will join me. I hope that you guys will stay with me. I hope that I can bring you some entertaining reads. Hopefully you guys can pick up any of these Alexa Riley books, or just go on Amazon and type in Alexa Riley. You will find at least something. For those of you who love fairy tales, they've got a great princess series. For those of you who love alpha males, Taking the Fall, Ghostwriters, perfect for you. I personally loved Everything for Her and His Alone. Those were probably up there with my favorites. They've got a great series that's based around real life fairy tales. So if you like Red Riding Hood or Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty, they've got a great series that basically encapsulates all of those. It's their retelling of those particular stories. I can't wait for more to come from them, but I could gush and gush and gush about these guys. I could gush about those books, about this author, till the cows come home. As I said, my favorite is probably their full-length novels. I devoured these books. I adored these books. I hope there's more to come, and I'm going to keep reading. But what I'm definitely going to do is keep you guys up to date. This is my fairy tale wand. And I will keep you guys up to date on everything that is happening with me, with these great books that I'm reading, and I thank you for rejoining me. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, hopefully we'll get to know each other. For those of you who are coming back and tuning in, thank you for being patient with me, and your kindness and your words of encouragement. I love you all. Good night.